3D glow-in-the-dark Charmander acrylic nail art tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish.
Are we rolling? Alright, so we're back by popular demand. This time I've got a little friend with me here who's not just my daughter. Anyways, we're shooting this on on Father's Day, so I want to... Oh my goodness.
Just keep going. Just start over.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not going to cut it, but just start fresh.
You're not going to cut it or you're going to cut it?
I'm going to cut it.
Okay, that's a better answer. Alright, well we're back by popular demand. You see, it's me and Melody today, and guess what? It happens to be Father's Day, so we're shooting a very, very awesome video for you. We're going to be starring Charmander, and you can kind of see that I have a little infatuation with this guy. I actually started watching Pokemon back when I was in elementary school, maybe even prior, and I owned every single DVD, CD, VHS tape that was out there. We actually would go garage sailing, and I would find the videos that we did not have, believe it or not. It was pretty good. Oh, are you happy to see Charmander too? Oh, give him a kiss! Give him a kiss! Well, she's probably not as happy about him as I am. But we're here really to talk about this shirt and a nail that my wife has done. Really great ideas that might have been inspired by me, who knows, just potentially. But she did a really great job with both the shirt and the nail idea, and I really hope you guys enjoy her video. Please like, share, subscribe, do all the things that you do with YouTube, and please enjoy the designs.
I'm going to begin with an overlay of clear acrylic just down the nail. If you guys have a black acrylic that you don't mind doing overlays with, go ahead and do an overlay with black acrylic and then encase it with clear. Personally, I like to just do an overlay with clear and then paint the nail black. I like that result a little bit better, but it's all personal preference. Either way, you want the background of your nail to be black. After you have that overlay done, then you're going to want to file the nail into shape with your efile. I started out with a really coarse bit to remove any bulk and just kind of smooth out the nail in general. After you have that done, go ahead and use a much finer bit to get rid of any lumps, bumps, and imperfections, any scratches that first file may have left behind, anything of that nature. And then I'm going to be painting the nail with 2 coats of black gel polish, and then I'm going to finish it with a layer of gel sealer, cure it again, and now with some white gel polish that has a tacky layer, I'm going to start just kind of roughing out the shapes of little flames in the background. So after you have that first layer of your flames done, basically little flamey outlines, I'm going to take a wider brush with a little bit of acetone in it. Not drenched in acetone, but definitely wet. And I'm going to start tapping out my lines. This is going to make them a little bit less sharp. It's going to make them look much more flamey and a little bit less exact. It's going to give them a little bit more of a fluid appearance, which really flames are alive, so that's a good appearance for them. And then after I have that cured, I'm going to start just kind of taking some glow-in-the-dark pigment and layering it over my flames. So I started with a really bright yellow, then I added some orange in the middle, and then just a little bit of a coral color, coral pink at the tip of the nail. Remove any dust, and then you can apply a layer of some gel sealer over the top of that once again, and you are done. You have your flames in the background. If you're doing this as part of a set, I would do flames across all of them because they look so cool, and then just do a little Charmander on 1 or 2. So now with orange acrylic, I'm going to start sculpting out my Charmander, and I did first just a layer of orange for his head, just like so, kind of pull it out into the shape that you are looking for. And if you're working on top of the gel sealer, it is a little slipperier than maybe you are used to, so you may have to deal with your acrylic spreading. The 3D acrylic I'm actually using at the moment, though, is the first acrylic that I bought, the first color acrylic that was in my kit 5 years ago, and it doesn't spread as much. It holds its shape really well. It doesn't self-level in the slightest, which in some ways is good, in some ways it's quite the headache. But in this particular circumstance, that's a benefit, and it just depends on whatever acrylic that you're using. This one's actually a Young Nails acrylic before they must have changed their formula up back when. I don't know if they did, but it's kind of a weird one. So add his body and his tail and his arms, and then you're going to need to add his little legs. I didn't sculpt 3D for like the tummy patch, the pale yellow on his stomach, or too much on his face. I did most of that all with paint. It is a fairly small little character here, and it is his whole body, so there isn't too much space for doing all of that details with 3D. If he was going to be bigger, like say we're to take and do flames on one nail and then do just the Charmander on like his face on a different nail, I would definitely go through and sculpt all of those details just with acrylic. I added a little bit of yellow for the flame on his tail. And then I'm going to, with black paint, begin outlining. And the outlines around the perimeter, you don't have to worry about as much because it's a black background on the nail. So they basically just wouldn't show up and you don't have to worry about those. But definitely outlines when it's within his body, so like on his arms and his legs. And his facial features, you want to fill in all of those. Add the first layer in his mouth with a really pale pink. It almost looks white in the video, but it's really pale pink. Add some darker red in his mouth as well. Then continue doing your outlining. So outline, like I said, his arms, add his thumb, and in the outlines, just go around, add the outline for his chin. I also did the outline for where that pale yellow color will be on his stomach, so just sort of round that area out. And then fill that in with pale yellow. So I have never really followed Pokemon very much, and Terrell is such a huge fan of Pokemon, and he's always trying to get me to do, he has like these crazy things. He's like, you should do this for a nail, and most of the time I look at him like, no, I don't want to. So I finally decided, I broke down and I did him a Charmander for him. And now he thinks that I should do all of the Pokemon characters, which if you guys, there's like 300 of them for nails. And he says, just do one a year. I'm like, okay, it's going to take me more than my lifetime. But add some green in his eyes, add his little teeth in his mouth, keep adding details, and when you're finished, apply some matte top coat, and you're all done. This little guy, I absolutely love the flames in the background. It's definitely my favorite element, and I'm glad Terrell likes them. If you guys are interested and you guys like Charmander, I do have a video of a shirt that I painted for Terrell for Father's Day that's on my other channel, and I'll put a link to that in the description box below, so check that out, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
Anyways, we're shooting this on on Father's Day, so I want to... Oh my goodness.
Just keep going. Just start over.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not going to cut it, but just start fresh.
You're not going to cut it, or you're going to cut it?
I'm going to cut it.
Okay, that's a better answer. And we have an awesome idea / video for you today. My wife is going to be doing a nail for the Charmander. Are we doing a shirt?
Yeah.
What?
Keep going. Start over.
Hey, Katie. Melody, you ready? Okay, let's do this.